Do you like FIFA career mode YouTubers who stick with the players they have? Do you like when they develop young players from the youth academy? Do you like when they do realistic career modes? This is not the episode for you. I am selling like half the team, loaning out another half of the team, bringing in an entirely new cast of characters, an entirely new set, and brand new team. Things are happening today. Before we even play the first game, 90% of the action is going to be done. But we're still in the Champions League, so we still have that entire journey to go through. So much is happening. If you had favorites from the previous series, if you had players that you liked from last episode, I'm sorry, but there is probably a 85% chance that they are gone after this episode. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I just am transfer happy. So we're starting off by bringing in from Piemonte Calcio the Spanish center back regen Daniel Marchant, joining us for 101.7 million. And this isn't even the biggest thing that's going to happen today. Igor Santos will be going on a 2-year loan move to Marseille over in France. So you may be thinking, who is this Gabriel Montero? And then you do a little bit more deep examination. Oh, he plays right wing striker and center forward. He's Argentinian. This is Messi's regen. I just found Messi's regen in the free agents list. I signed him up quickly as possible. 5-year contract, 83 overall. He has potential to be special. And this is not even the biggest thing that's going to happen. Signing Messi's regen, I'd say, is probably the third biggest thing that's going to happen with player transfers this year. Soyuncu has been sold to Watford. He returns to the Premier League for 38.5 million. This isn't even that big of a deal. Paul Shigari will be going on a 1-year loan move to French side Nîmes Olympique. This does not matter at all. Cade Cowell will be going on a 1-year loan move to Brighton. He's been a key player for us, but things just never really worked out. So he's going on a 1-year loan move. We'll see what he's like next year. But one of the most unrealistic transfers I have ever seen in career mode, Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, who sign maybe 2 players each year, and they're players we've never heard of, have splashed 251.8 million for Caden Clark. We've just sold our most valuable player in our entire team. And this is the second big. I would say this is the biggest thing to happen, but I would still, in terms of importance on this series, potentially, this is only number 2. Raheem Aziz will be going on a 2-year loan move to Italian side Sassuolo. Pierre Kebe has been sold to West Ham for 46.8 million. The biggest transfer I've ever made in this series, Federico Chiesa from Manchester City, the 89 overall right winger from Italy. He's quick, he can score. What we need in this team. We need somebody to be pushing the pace, getting us the results. 139.2 million. He's going to be a very good player for us. And I've also brought in another Premier League player from Portugal, from Wolves, Ruben Vinagre. Left wing back, so a little bit more of an offensively minded left back, will be joining us for 57.4 million. I was maybe thinking I was going to maybe sign Andy Robertson. However, he's 32 years old right now. I don't know how quickly he would digress. So I decided, let's go young, let's go offense. And another big move, Roberto Rey, our other starting midfielder from last season. He is also going on a 2-year loan move. He is going to Bergamo Calcio, which I believe is Atalanta. Salim Benarabia will be going on a 2-year loan move to Ajax. Frank Abadio will be joining the team from the Youth Academy, 88 to 94 potential. Maybe he could pair on the wing with Chiesa. And Champions League groups have been drawn. We are drawn with Piemonte Calcio, who we just stole their starting center back from. And we also got Spartak Moscow and Transpor. We should easily beat both of them. Isam Bahari has been sold to CA Aswana for 2.1 million. Francisco Rivera has been sold to Portuguese side Sporting for 4.2 million. Stefan Ta has been sold to Wolfsburg for 3 million. Margaret has been sold to Stade Rennais for $2.5 million. Youth Academy are sending our first scout to Albania for 9 months, our second scout to Croatia for 9 months, and our final scout to Greece. Okay, so I have to sign players who are not from the nationality of... No, I have to sign Asian players. So I'm signing this man, and this man. None of them are actually going to play at the club. I'm going to sell them next year. But we're finally at some game action. I've been waiting so long because we got such a different team now. We're traveling to face Piemonte Calcio. And this is the new and improved Real Sociedad B lineup. So obviously we still have our Rock, Nunez in goal. But now Menji is paired with Merchant at the center back positions. Nunez, Vinagre out on the outside backs. Voss is the defensive mid. Bate and Luku are the center mids. Chiesa, Montero are the outside mids. Pepe's the main man up top. This team is so good. We should win it all. See how we do in our first game against Piemonte Calcio. I don't even know what I could potentially even think about that game. Both teams got a red card, finished 2-2, so we don't really know where we stand against. I'm assuming Piemonte Calcio are still a very good team, so we'll have to see how all that actually is working out for us. Andrew Anderson has been sold, thankfully. Rico Henry will be joining Brighton. He'll be returning to the Premier League for $21.5 million. We got some bad news towards the end of October as Ricardo Pepi has torn his ACL. He's going to be out for 5 months. This is not at all something good. We definitely did not need this to be happening at this point in the year, especially when the group stage of the Champions League is starting to wind down, and maybe the knockout stages are starting. So I'm really wishing for Pepi to get a speedy recovery. Elia Volante has been sold to Bristol City for $3 million. And now we are hosting Piemonte Calcio in the Champions League. And obviously had to switch some things up because of that injury. We're now playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Back line is the same. Vaz is still the defensive midfielder, but now we have Bate and Galbraith playing at center mids. Luku is at his attacking mid spot, and Chiesa and Montero are the main man up top. I hope this formation and tactics end up working out. Here are the highlights. So honestly, I really still don't know what to think of these two draws with Piemonte Calcio, because the first game was just a mess with 2 red cards and everything else that happened, and then this game we weren't full strength, and we got 3-3 draw, so we don't actually know how well of a team we are, but we're not dropping points. Walter Anderson has been sold to Sierra SC. And at the halfway point in the league, we are currently sitting in 8th. We are not in a Champions League spot, which is concerning, but we are only 4 points off, so it's not the end of the world. And in the group stage of the Champions League, we ended up finishing first in our group with 12 points ahead of Piemonte Calcio. And we will be facing off against Chelsea in the next round. Nadir Benzi has been sold to Empoli for 1.95 million. Khaled and Sarah will be going on a short loan move to Crystal Palace for the rest of the year. Jamal Slimani has been sold to AS Monaco for 4.3 million. In the first leg of the Champions League round of 16 game against Chelsea, we ended up drawing 2-2. Sokol Kronsky will be joining the team from the Youth Academy. 90 to 94 potential Albanian left winger, very pacey, very good dribbler. Work on that shooting a little bit, perfect. So I realized I shouldn't really be scouting so many of these players in these countries where I don't know much about the dialect or players' names, because I have no idea how to pronounce this, but I'm going to go guess it's Mavroudis. Greek center mid, 89 to 94 potential. Very good box-to-box midfielder. Kwame Awire is also joining the team. Ghanan left winger. Very pacey, very good dribbler. Work on that shooting, he'll be good. And we ended up drawing again the second leg, but in penalties we were able to beat them 4-3. Sokol Kronsky will be going on a 2-year loan move to Morenese FC over in Portugal. And Mavroudis will be going on a 1-year loan move to Girona in Spain. So we were able to beat Manchester United 2-1 in the first leg, but we have to play the second leg. And if you guys are a little bit confused, the way things work, I just sim each Champions League game, especially the knockout stages, really the second legs. I sim one time, and if I get a good result, we take it. But obviously, we don't get a good result, have to play the second leg. But I mean, this is Manchester United. This is a big deal. We got to play the second leg, and especially because we're trying out a little bit something new. Nunez is still in goal, but we have a back 5 now instead of a back 4, and Vaz, Bengi, Marchant are the center backs. Nunez, Vinagre are the wing backs. Bate and Luku are the center mids, and then front 3 remains the same. Here are the highlights. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. We get knocked out of the Champions League 3-1 by Manchester United. We won Manager of the Month in the month of April for La Liga. Ivan Molina has been bought from his loan by Getafe. We ended up finishing in 4th. We guarantee a Champions League spot again for next year, and hopefully things go a lot better then. In the Copa de España, we lost in the round of 16 to Atletico Madrid. And obviously knocked out in the Champions League quarterfinals by Manchester United, 4-3 in aggregate. Nunez, Mengi, Vaz, Bate, Montero, Chiesa appear in every single game. Marchant, Vinagre, Luku all but one. Chiesa led team with goals scored with 24. Montero was just behind him with 19. So 2 players we just brought in this season are the top 2 goal scorers. So I think this is pretty much exactly how I wanted things to go. Bate and Chiesa tied for the most assists with 14, and of course our goalkeeper Nunez had 4 assists. So we got a couple players leaving, none of them of any significant importance. A bunch of random players I signed and youth academy players. I mean, looking at this team next year, I don't know if I'm going to stick with the 5-back, and if I do, I would like another center back to potentially replace Menji, but I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll find out next episode. Yeah, guys, next episode should be a lot better because I really hope to be pushing for a Champions League title. I think we just got really unlucky in that game against Manchester United, and honestly do kind of think we needed another year to improve, but hopefully next season we go on a nice run and win it all. Thanks for watching, and it is J Beebs signing off.